Hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well out there, keeping busy and staying healthy in light of current circumstances. One thing that you can do right now while you're stuck at home is taste some wine. I got a couple wines here I'm going to sample from Cuvaison. They're a Napa Valley producer located in Carneros. Last year they celebrated their 50th anniversary. While they're best known for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, the depth of their portfolio goes well beyond that. That diversity and the quality of their portfolio has really increased since Steve Rogstad took over as head of winemaking in 2002. He's gotten to know every nook and cranny of their vineyards. He's really pushed the envelope on the winemaking and production side, and I've got a couple of examples of that here. First up is the 2018 Cuvaison Méthode Breton Sauvignon Blanc. It is entirely Sauvignon Blanc, and it was 100% fermented in concrete egg. You get citrus and some spice on the nose, and there's a lot of minerals on the palate, and it's a refreshing wine, and the finish is crisp. But what really stands out here is the texture and mouthfeel, which has got a bit of an unctuousness to it, and it coats your entire mouth, and I really like that. And I feel the concrete egg fermentation really takes this to the next level. It's really what cultivates that texture and mouthfeel, and it makes this wine well worth the price point. And it makes it sort of an exceptional Sauvignon Blanc in that price range. It's not the easiest wine to find because it's not on every shelf, but it's worth your effort to find it, and it's also worth the money that it costs. So I'd go out there and get it. I also wouldn't hesitate to age it. I would love to see this wine in 5 to 7 years when some secondary characteristics start to pop out. Also, don't hesitate to serve this a couple of degrees warmer than most people drink white wine in this country, and then it'll really sort of start to express its charms. If it's too cold, it's going to hide a lot of those charms. So anyway, next up we've got the 2017 Pinot Noir Swan. This is, of course, 100% Pinot Noir, and it's from one block, which is, as the name would indicate, entirely planted to the Swan clone. You get strawberry and cherry on the nose, just a tiny bit of leather, like very subtle. And you get a little bit more of that on the mouth. And then there are savory herbs and spice, but the spice is on the subtle side, and the tannins are really soft, and the acid is really sort of fresh and refreshing. It's a terrific Pinot Noir from Carneros, and its suggested retail price of $65. It's part of their micro lot series. The Sauvignon Blanc used to be part of the micro lot series. Now it's a small lot. So the micro lot are sort of experimental lots of wine that may eventually become small lot and go into their regular production. Still on the small side in terms of production numbers, but this guy's been around for a couple of years, and this one's on the newer side. At 50 years of history, Cuvaison, is really doing some great things, and having had the opportunity to taste wine with Steve Rogstad several times, he's got his eye on the ball, and he's not just looking at this vintage or next vintage, he's looking at the next 50 years and what they can continue to innovate and shepherding their land forward. So definitely, hop on their website, check him out, order some of their wine, order some from your local shop or whoever the online purveyor of your choice is. They've got, some larger production wines that are more readily available, a couple of bucks less than this too. They're well worth looking at and tasting. And then, next time that you're out in Napa Valley When wineries are back open for tasting, I would put Cuvaison on my short list if I were you. They're a beautiful facility. The tasting room is located in the middle of the vineyards in Carneros. Their tasting options are both diverse and always evolving. So if you go back, a couple of times a year, you're probably going to find some new choices of what you could taste and how you could taste it and even where you can taste it. Last time I was there, they were planning on opening a new spot to taste down by a little body of water that they have on their property. So you never know when you go there what they may have to offer. Cheers.